Double summoner spells burnt, still couldn't get anything done. Let's put it together now, CIS. Strong top lane, strong bottom lane, get a strong jungler in there. Let's go to game 4.
Yeah, win some lanes. We are to champion select, ladies and gentlemen, and Nivea Lulu once again banned away as Bard and Aurelia follow on the side of CIS. We'll see what rounds this one out and whether Thaldren is willing to first pick that Fiora if it's going to be left up.
He can pick whatever he likes because Thaldren has won, or at least been relevant in every matchup. That Riven into Fiora, we never really got a really juicy battle back and forth because Thaldren played it smart. He drew Smurf away and allowed the rest of the Turkish squad to play the map. And Turkey, they've stuck to the same 3 bans in all 3 games.
Yeah, and this Lulu ban, I feel, just hurts Kira so much on Summoner's Rift. He's not able to get behind Lex, get him rolling. But there are other champions that do the exact same thing. Pick up the Orianna, neutralize a lane, and just get to that team fighting phase. All of a sudden, you can have a stronger top and bottom sections of the map. And he doesn't actually have to do anything. He just has to live and go equal. And the Jax has now been left up. With that Rumble ban, this could be an opportunity. Smurf, he may want the Jax versus Fiora matchup.
Oof, that's scary, especially because Damashq trended towards the Karagas. They have to take Elise now. Deny from Crystal, get your hands on a jungler that they have used, and try to then get one of these other lanes ahead. You can't give Crystal Elise again. Elise Jax, and you have the same problem, the same recipe you've had all game long. 100%
agree with that. Elise is key here, and it's gone.
Locked it in. Smurf looking for the Toad one more time. He's going to pick that one up as well. I mean,
mate, you're going to anger the internet. It's a catfish.
That's all sorts of different things. I feel like he looks like a Toad there in the picture.
I learned my lesson calling it a Toad before.
Oh dear.
Unload the Toad. Internet did not like that one.
Unbottle the axolotl, does that work?
What?
Unbottle the axolotl.
What I do like...
Axolotl.
It's a Mexican walking fish. Looks kind of similar. It's got the whiskers. Never mind. Crystal cycling through some junglers.
How long have you been holding that for? I really need to know.
I've used that one before.
What I like about CIS's approach this time, in terms of locking in the Tahm Kench and the Elise, it allows them to at least look at some more picks from Turkey. They can lock in an AD carry and maybe a safe mid laner like Victor, which you can do relatively comfortably knowing Aurelia's off the table. And then get that counter pick for Smurf, or something that will help the team composition.
Seafood bottom lane, ladies and gentlemen. Nami has been locked in. This is an interesting one. Dumbledore, she's mixing it up. Just wants to cycle through the supports.
So Nami's actually really strong on the current patch. You know, the mastery changes really helped her out. She's always been a lane bully and now is a little bit more relevant as the game goes on. Of course, I am speaking about Win Speaker's blessing that will just be able to keep them topped off even better in lane. And it becomes this really annoying harass lane to deal with, especially if it's locked in something like a Lucian that synergizes so well.
And old school Nami AD carries included Vayne, which did very well. Holy Phoenix is going to lock in that Lucian. And again, this is the lane dominance combination that is going to make Tristana, Tahm Kench's life very difficult. If a bubble connects, you cannot devour.
This was what I was talking about game 1. Like, levels 1 and 2 are going to be so rough on the Tahm Kench Tristana lane. Not only can they not reliably push very well, there's so much zoning threat.
Hey, you know what? It could be support Shen and Tahm Kench top lane. We've seen that before.
I would actually like that a lot more.
The Tahm Kench into Jax did not work for Southeast Asia against... Oh, I can't remember who, but they ran the Tahm top. So I want to see how that lane assignment shuffles out.
But generally when you run support Shen, you just lane swap. Like that is the rule about support Shen. You give it up and you just recognize the fact that you're going to have a Shen ultimate to help Tahm Kench out in that 1v1 duel when Jax tries to start taking it to him. And even better yet, now you have a Kassadin that can dive in with a Shen on top of him. A very good Shen delivery system, but it will be Shen top.
Yeah, a bunch of lockdown potential there as well with the Devour and the Cocoon and that Shadow Dash from Smurf if he manages to get in there. But we haven't even mentioned the Azir pickup here for Naru. There's a lot of space to create here for Holy Phoenix to skate around the Rift, as you say there, Spawn. And Thaldren, see whether he can get his split push on.
And you know, it's interesting to note that Dr. Mundo is not gone picked or banned throughout this entire series. And if you were going to run a tank up in the top lane, the global pressure that Shen will bring is obviously great. But it's just an interesting trend that these two teams prioritize that Nivea Mel fight as your mid and tops. But regardless, I think CIS are in a similar position they have been all 3 games long. Their lanes are going to be pushed in, their lanes are going to struggle in the early stages, and it's going to be up to Damashke on Elise, an earlier game champion, to alleviate some of that.
I feel like Smurf and Damashke can get some work done this game, actually. With the Ignite being picked up on Shen, I think they can get into the top lane early and really try and mess with that Jax. Get him behind, be able to answer the split push, and work their way from there. Kira should be completely fine in a 1v1. He's going to get shoved in. That's what Cassidy likes. Farm up safely under the turret, get to your 2-3 item spikes. Really is only the bottom lane this time that I am incredibly worried about. Tristana, as well as Tahm Kench, just does not seem great against Nami Lucian.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about the mid lane matchup as well, because Kira's finally gone back to something he's definitely comfortable on. We mentioned the Anivia and, of course, the Kassadin. This guy has looked very, very strong on that particular mid lane champion, and we'll see whether this is going to bring him back into the series, because he's just been a non-factor. Yeah,
certainly has been. Just getting shut down time and time again by Naru, but still not an easy lane matchup. You can survive it. It's very hard to win.
It's going to be difficult, but we are onto the Rift, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 between Turkey and the CIS region. Kira already wants to shoot some purple at Naru. Not going to be able to, though.
And he's staying aggressive, Kira, to his credit. Has gone with the Ignite this time around. Hasn't gone for Teleport Kassadin. Wants to be able to impact the game late and start assassinating targets. And they are all fairly low range here on the Turkish lineup. So shouldn't be too much to ask.
It's going to be difficult, though, because of the...
Kira, he just wants to dance. It's like Footloose, you know? You just won't let him.
We have to keep our eyes on Damashke, because he's had 0 impact early, arguably because of the lanes and the champion choice.
Oh, the pigeon. It just makes me so happy. Look, Kira's like, I kind of wish I had something that was funny, but he just doesn't. And Naru just continues to be a bird.
I wish Yamada was up here. His Azir impression is honestly second to none.
I think he actually voiced Azir.
Oh.
Trevor's done, guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty much tickets at the minute.
So laning phase has kicked off in the mid lane. They're just going to trade back and forth. Naru should be able to shove him in here. Not really much Kassadin can do, but try and trade with that Force Pulse when he's getting harassed.
Yeah, we've seen this matchup time and time again, though, on previous patches. Of course, Kassadin often picked into the Azir. We'll see how it goes this time around as Dumbledore ticking down.
I'm excited to see how accurate Dumbledore is with those Aqua Prisms, considering how mechanically proficient he's proven on every champion he's played.
Yeah.
Demonko just solo won level 1, by the way. He was able to shove it out with 2 sacks of Targon and get a lot of harass down onto the Lucian. Lex, on the other hand, actually made a slight error. He used a satchel on the support and only got 1 auto attack instead of shoving the lane, and it led to this.
Well, Holy Phoenix already exhausted here. Demonko just forces the trade off, but does work out. That's a summon to spell down. Kira's getting destroyed in the mid.
Well, you knew Kira was going to get shoved in. He should not have been looking to challenge or take any of the harass from Naru's autos or the soldiers. But
Kira's job is literally to set up creeps.
Yes.
It's to go nowhere near the Azir. He should literally only be setting up creeps that are heading into turret range.
Well, Damashke is coming up to the top lane. The taunt and the smite. Dalton leaps away. First blood to the spider. It's not over yet. Lex goes forward, but he won't find the kill, nor will the lick.
Can't find the lick. Doesn't get a taste of Holy Phoenix this time around. There's the Tide Caller's Blessing with the Wind Caller's Blessing and all sorts of different summoner spell names and everything. It's just difficult. Wind Caller's Blessing. Oh, gosh. What are we doing?
So that was really impressive in the top lane because we mentioned the Ignite and how key it was going to be in the matchup. Smurf able to get it down early. Tholdren didn't even burn his flash because he knew he was dead at that point. And finally, Damashke has beaten Crystal somewhere on the map.
Now, we need to see how Smurf handles it. He got the assist, not the first blood gold. So that's a small, you know, if you want to call it misstep. Because if Smurf had been been able to pick up a bigger tankier item early, that would help him fend off Tholdren alone. I still think Damashke is going to need to roam around because the tools in Tholdren's kit will still allow him to out-duel Smurf. And Kira, he's just taking too much poke.
Yeah, this is the problem at the moment. Kira, he went the aggressive summoner spell, and if he had been able to get to 6, it would have been great. But right now, really is suffering. Will lose a big creep wave if he goes back. So Damashke is trying to impact the mid lane.
Well, Demanche being a little bit further ahead may help out here, but 100 health for Kira. He flashes forward. There's the full toss. Ignite is down. Barriers used. Kira able to bait it out. Minions not enough, and Demanche picks up a second.
Yeah, so he's able to get into the mid lane. In the end, a great bait. See if the Prey Seeker lands.
He's looking for it. Oh my goodness. Why is it magic damage?
Because that's the way it was designed.
Yeah, no, I get that, but, you know, Crystal might be annoyed.
Kira gets away with his life. Also an assist on the board. Demanche off to a much better start, showing the strength of Elise. And if Starladder can use this to swing momentum in their favor, Elise is going to become a heavily contested pick.
And even more credit to the bottom lane. We said this is a one lane that may lose. They had to use Exhaust level 1, in fact, but they burnt double Summoner spells down bottom on Holy Phoenix and double Doge, and all of, like, they're even. Everywhere else is winning. This can be the catalyst to start snowballing the game back in their favor.
Well, already Kira trying to find his way back in this lane, but Naru still has a gigantic lead. Fiendish Codex now picked up, and with Demanche picking up all the kills, it might be another problem with the SOFM issue. The Meta East just not being able to translate that lead to the rest of the map, as Naru is still giving orders to these Sand Soldiers, but Kira coming out a bit better this time.
Very close to level 6. Kira's feeling more aggressive, but he's only got a Ruby Crystal versus the CDR of that Fiendish Codex. So as long as Naru's got mana, I favor him in some of the extended fights. So Kira needs to use that Riftwalk effectively, but he's down 10 CS, and we'll see if that can shrink or grow in the coming minutes.
Well, Holy Phoenix takes one auto after that explosive shot. Ebb and Flow, though, helping to keep him up.
But time and time again, the Turkish liners are just shoving in. Another trade.
Yeah, Bubble not going to land. There's the Stand United, though. Smurfs coming in. Exhaust down once again. There's the Shadow Dash. It's Catfish for lunch today.
And a completely wasted teleport there from Tholdren. Should have just probably given that one up, waited for the next gank, because there was no way that was turning at that point. And every single lane now has an advantage on the CIS region side. In fact, they're not done. Demanche is still going in.
And it all stems from one jungle pick. The lanes themselves are still a little weaker. Demanche, he's looking for Holy Phoenix. There's no tongue lash from Demonco, so the slow doesn't apply. And Crystal's able to walk away, but tower damage is there. 1,000 gold in the lead. CIS are looking like a completely different team in Game 3.
And because of one gank, mid lane has been completely swung. Sure, the CS advantage still there, but Kira just shoves Naru out of lane, now posturing very aggressively, going to be able to get another recall, go back, get the catalyst, sustain through all the harass, and Kassadin's mid game should be online.
And I just want to talk about comfort here as well. I mean, we mentioned Kira back on the Kassadin, but you've also got Lex back on Tristana, where he's seen a whole lot of success. They just look so much more comfortable, and yet again, getting proved wrong. The counter-strike comes down, Tholdren picks up his first kill of the game, and the first for Turkey.
Yeah, that's pretty unacceptable there from the Kassadin. Stayed way too long to clear out that wave. Both the jungler and top laner were missing. They just completely disappeared off the map. And it looks like a little bit of reprieve for the Turkish line.
Especially the kill going to Jax, the one champion that's going to unlock the split push ability for the team and can be incredibly impactful with that teleport play. Once Stand United is used, Tholdren can look to impact elsewhere on the map.
But it looks like Tholdren's going for the Trinity Force build. Really don't agree with this against Shen, who builds one resistance very, very well. It's important to make tanks, pure tanks at least, split their resistance damage against you. Something like a Barmy Cinder into a Shroud is much less effective than just a Sunfire Cape outright, for example.
I would like a build Rod of Cutlass here, though. You can build that towards the Gunblade.
And that looks like what he's going to do. He has just gone back, picked up both components. Just going to sit on the longsword for now and pick up the Rageblade.
Yeah, that early death. He's just looking to get a little bit of lane strength against Smurf, who does seem to be prioritizing that Sunfire Cape towards it. Oh, take a look at Naru. He's been jumped on by Kira. Riftwalk is roughly available soon. Ignite is up. If Kira gets a full combo, Naru may be in kill range, but Kira's playing a little safer. Happy to get the poke and assert some dominance. Force Naru to play on the back foot.
Hasn't seen Crystal. Wow, that's not good.
Yeah, Kira rift walking aggressively. Crystal looking for the knock-up, but Naru going down quite low. Ignite's still there for Kira. Here's Stand United finding Naru. Barrier comes in very early on.
Gets cancelled by Jack, that's a bait.
Yeah, and Tholdren, he might die here as he's gone towards the wrong turret. Damashke, his 4th kill of the game. And Kira may actually pay for it now as Naru trying to push forward, but he'll make it under his turret.
No
so
mana
Damashke there again.
Naru's going to be careful. He doesn't have mana, but he did have the support of Dumble Doge.
But that's Damashke twice in the top lane, just able to completely swing how that lane should be going. And now he's 4-0-0. He's taken every kill. He needs to be able to use this for something, but a much better start.
Rift walk over the top of Crystal. Bubble's going to land. How do you get that onto a Kassadin? He's burning down Dumble Doge. The king picks up the kill on the mid laner.
That is what we expected from Dumble Doge. There's a teleport from Tholdren down bottom. Damonko's trying to get away. The grey health will not be used yet as he flashes out defensively. Lex and Damonko have made their way out.
Turret dive is here.
2 members from the Turkish squad still in the river. Crystal can interrupt with the Prey Seeker. And the rest of the Turkish team gonna set up. If Lex and Damonko stick around, they have stuck around. They're in trouble. Tholdren is gonna come in. The counter-strike will be able to stun them up. Exhaust comes out. Crystal's backing away. Lex and Damonko, they are outplaying. They're using the shields and the grey health. It's gonna buy some time, but I don't think there's enough support from the CIS team. They take the tower up top, and TCL waste some of their time.
Huge net loss there for Turkey. They burn a lot. The flash on Crystal, and they lose the turret. Just nothing really going their way in this early game, and you said it, the Lex comfort pick on this Tristana just looks to be playing out very well. They'll get the dragon, they'll even get the bottom turret. This lead is only going to get bigger.
Yeah, they're getting so much from just a failed dive. There were no extra kills that came through there, but everyone had to back off. That'll be the dragon. Crystal will be able to lock down this blue buff for Naru, which is a big deal, but top turret and the dragon for CIS. This is a very different game this time around.
And they're going to lose the bottom turret as soon as Tristana wants to shove that wave. Actually decides to go back, Lex. Not wanting to be weaker in the 2v2. Nope, now he cancels. I'm not talking about it anymore. Just kill the turret, please.
Well, Riftwalk comes in. Kira trying to do battle with Naru here. Tries to get the shifting sands play, but he's not going to find his way in. There's the bubble for Damonko. Sunlash is going to find Naru, but he just continues auto-attacking with his soldiers.
Kira forced to use his flash, so not going to be available. 30 CS down to Naru. Equates to about 500 gold. He does have a tower and an assist, which will help out. And Lex, he's jumped on Holy Phoenix. He's got the satchel. The Buster Shot's available.
Oh my
Flashes
goodness.
forward. Summon a heal. Traded the flash for the heal. Not worth.
Was probably worth for Holy Phoenix. Trades his heal for a flash.
Still will be shoved out of lane. Lex going to be able to pick up an extra wave of creeps. Be able to get a back again. As long as he doesn't die within the next couple of minutes due to not having flash. Should still be fine for the CIS team.
But Naru pushing out this mid lane. Will be able to grab the turret, set up one of his own. Sun turret now in the mid lane as Damashke has found Tholdren and Dumble Doge.
Tholdren is really far behind right now. He's 30 CS behind the Shen. And he's being continually bullied around. Hasn't been able to pick up that item.
Crystal's looking for Lex. Will be able to get the knock-up. Stand United's there, but the Culling's down on top of the little Tristana. Smurf picks it up.
Oh!
What was that flash? Over the top of the Shadow Dash, and now Crystal able to knock up Smurf. Holy Phoenix dancing around him. The flash afterwards. Smurf picks up the kill in response somewhere. Naru died at the same time. Shadow Dash comes in and Crystal's now in trouble. Smurf is huge. He's burning him to death with his clothing. One more spear will pick it up. I think it was a little dagger, probably not a spear, but he's larger than life is this Shen, and Kira able to take down the Sun turret as well.
And all of a sudden there is a legitimate answer to the Jack split push. It is a 2-0-3 Shen. And this is how Naru... Oh, he saw him on a ward. He was like, I'm dead. I'm just going to press B.
Got it. Well, Tholdren now in trouble. Abyssal Lawyer just going to bring Damonko here towards the top lane. Cocoon not going to find it. The flash forward into the venomous bite from Demanche. He wants to get something. Grandmaster's Might there. Leap strike's going to be used. Oh, the counter strike. Not going to get hit. Oh, the bomb. That'll do it. Buster shot, an explosive shot. That'll be enough.
So Lex able to pick himself up his first kill of the game. Will move into 1-1-on-1. Has the Infinity Edge as his first item buy. I really don't like Infinity Edge as a first item buy. I like BF Sword, Pickaxe, into Zeal, grab the Infinity Edge, go into your attack speed item. Probably been said a lot, but just a little bit more cost efficient at the moment.
Also, getting Rapid Fire Cannon and Static Shiv is just so cool. I don't know, I feel like that's in vogue at the moment.
I definitely would not go that build on Tristana.
No.
Really? Lex has done it every time.
No. Before Infinity Edge?
Oh, probably not before Infinity Edge.
Well, for the CIS team, they've got their first lead all series long. Demashka's going once again for the Tracker's Knife as his jungle item. Gonna go into full tank, whereas Crystal was going more AP route. He was playing Elise. Kira's Riftwalk gets him away from the bubble. Still down heavily in CS, but thanks to all the global gold from towers and the assists, and the very strong front line that both Demonko and Smurf will provide him, Kira's going to have all the time in the world to pick when he wants to go in, when he wants to use that Riftwalk.
Yeah, completely agree. And right now, there's no one that can really straight up duel him either, just because Jax has been forced behind and Naru caught again.
That Shadow Dash was fantastically timed. As the Emperor's Divide, Naru is able to get himself to relative safety. Demanche, oh, can't hit the Cocoon. Nice juke from Dumbledoge. A Venomous Bite. I mean, Spiderling doing a lot of work. Naru going to flash out of the way of the Shadow Dash.
And Tholdren still hasn't moved from top lane.
Well,
Straight up duel. Holy Phoenix did not want this fight. The Buster shot this time will get the kill.
Done.
So all over the map, the CIS region is starting to really pressure out the Turkish lineup. They even have the Rift Herald in the mid lane. Those creeps going to make short work of the turret, and they can just keep going.
Yeah, donated it to that Elise. Again, we like to see on those ranged junglers. Push down the last remaining outer turret. Extend that gold lead even further. Now we see how CIS closed, because in almost all of the games that they had won, they were fairly slow to close and relied extremely heavily on the Baron buff. Their gold lead now, and the fact they have a Shen and an Elise, hell, even a Tom Kench, may allow them to even tower dive if they want to go that route for these inner turrets. So I want to see their decision-making in the next 10 minutes on what objectives they prioritize and how they use this 5k gold lead.
Completely agree, especially once Kira gets level 16, because he can jump the Shen under the turret and then get out quick enough where he's not tanking it for an overlong time. Really look for those aggressive plays and try and get things done. Like Smurf's itemization build, by the way, he has the makings of a Trinity Force, and he can straight up win this 1v1.
He's going to try here as Tholdren. It's not even looking close as Smurf is going to burn him to death with the Ignite. Grandmaster's Might's there, but it's just looking too easy here for Smurf. 2-level advantage, tanky enough to mitigate most of Jax's damage. And Kira, he could look for a dive. Decides against it, not a lot of vision than everyone else. CIS, second dragon at 17 minutes, probably one of the earliest second dragons. They've got that on high priority. They've got complete map control. They've got Stand United for any fight that were to break out. It's all Star Ladder in game number 3.
And this is what we complimented them on. When they are ahead, they know exactly what they need to do. They understand their win conditions. They understand what part of the map they can pressure, what they should be picking up next. It is only 18 minutes into the game. Second ring of turrets, very hard to break unless you get that pick. So instead, they go towards the dragon, continue to build that win condition. The split push across the map with the Shen ultimate has been engaged. Soldrin can't really duel the Shen. We've already seen that. Right now, they just have so many winning combinations that they can use. Mira's going to go in aggressively. Sand Soldiers are down, trying to clear out the waves. Bubble did actually land on a Demanche, but Demonko's just going to eat him up. Holy Phoenix looking for some extra damage as Piercing Lights just to clear the wave. Crystal makes his way in. 4 versus 4 here on the bottom side. Tholdren with his teleport, Smurf with his Stand United.
Yeah, Tholdren was chasing Smurf the entire time to reduce the likelihood
Bubble
of a dive.
As Kira comes in, he's going to get devoured as Holy Phoenix now burning to death. The explosive shot's going to be there. He's going to die as Kira's going to pick it up with the Ignite. Crystal now underneath the turret. It's not going to be enough. Double kill for Kira. This is a Kassadin coming online. Grey health to be eaten up by Demonko, and Smurf makes his way in. He'll just pick up a Naru on the backside, and now they'll discover that he's basically unkillable. That's a double Shadow Dash. Dumbledore has to get out. That is 3 for nothing.
At 19 minutes into the game, CIS look like they're going to roll over the Turkish squad. This is a team that we said when they get to late game, they look great. They probably have enough gold that they are at late game now, to be fair. Yep. So, looking pretty good.
They also generally take every turret on the map before they kill a Nexus.
Well, can't blame them. Thaldren's in trouble. Flash forward from Lex. He gets his 3rd kill of the game. 14-3. 8,000 gold up. And this is the CIS team that looked phenomenal against both the Oceanic squad and the LJL squad in the last day of games. But I want to see how they knock down this inhibitor turret. They're pushing the lead. I think a lot of the gold has been spent. It was up to 2,000 across most of their champions. Rapid Fire Cannon completed. Abyssal completed for Kira. Randuin's has been with Damashki for a while now. And I think that's smart against both Rek'Sai, Lucian, and Jax.
I really love it because Jax wanted to be a threat, so he can't be the sole tank. He went the Trinity Force route, so Damashki takes one for the team yet again. He can tank up these objectives, make sure they always have pressure around the map. And he's still going to be very useful in these pick situations, and at least can always execute.
Yeah.
Oh, Crystal's in so much trouble. That was not a tunnel you wanted to take. He doesn't have flash either.
He wants to get back into it, but Demonko eats up his tunnel. Damashki from over the wall.
Delivered to the Yordle.
Okay. So dead.
Caught between a Yordle, a catfish, and a spider.
And a rock.
Sounds like a setup for a bad joke.
No. Take it away, Atlas.
No, I ain't biting that one.
Well, Smurf, Stand United available. So the rest of the Starladder team, they start off Baron. For Turkish team, they need to stop this or get themselves killed. Kira is running interference and the culling comes down.
Yeah, the waves across as well as the Grey Health might need to be eaten here, but Smurf, he's so huge. Dumbledore may explode just from that health. Yep, that'll do it. Lex is unstoppable. That's 5 kills in a row. Now the rest of the Starladder team looking for more. Will they go back to the Baron? Will they just find more kills? Smurf thinks, get over here.
They actually chunked Damashki out that low that they didn't want to restart the Baron, but that's a combo we were talking about. Kira with the Shen ultimate can just jump in with Reckless Abandon, make sure he is always the one starting up the fight with the big AoE slow, set Smurf up for success. And really now, it's all about stalling. Can they delay the Baron for long enough? Can they ensure Naru can wave clear? Because if they can't, this combination can just be used every 3 minutes to so much success.
And these turrets going down. Dumbledore is so dead. That is some seafood for dinner now as Demonko's licking turrets, doing whatever he likes. Smurf is so tanky. Crystal's dead. Damashki wants to dive an inhibitor turret when the inner hasn't even fallen yet. He's getting a bit keen. That one's going to fall very quickly. Kira making his way up the mid lane. The culling to clear out the way, but Lex says, I want you dead, buddy. And that explosion, not going to do it.
A little bit less dramatic.
Crit, though,
yeah, but the
Lex.
first crit was absolutely massive with that rapid fire cannon. They will push into the base. And if we know anything about CIS, we still got a little bit to go.
Yep, there are some more turrets to fall.
I would say that this version of the CIS game is a rapid tempo faster than what we've seen previously. And with super minions pushing top, they're going to be able to use that to bait out when they want to play around Baron. Thaldren's done a decent job. He's got maybe 2 towers here, and if the rest of the CIS squad go to Baron, then Thaldren may be able to get more. They've been delayed, looking for Holy Phoenix. The taunt flash finds him, and he will be flying back home. Inner turret is secured. Thaldren's not stopped, but nor of the rest of CIS.
They're stopping the backs.
This is exactly, like, that was all they needed to do. If they had been able to stop Kira's back, would have been even better, but Kira now wants Thaldren.
Yep, Grandmaster's Might has been popped. Thaldren just trying to get out. Yeah, Blue Sentinel's going to help out, but the Ignite's going to finish it. Now Kira just going to pick up a blue buff. Naru, he wants to try and steal it away. Sand Soldiers are in there, but Kira wants more. Naru going down so low, flashes over the wall. Kira, can he get back? Dumbledore picks up the kill. Well deserved. Baron's going to go though.
Ooh, is it? Crystal goes in.
Gets over the top. Smurf's now found himself on the other side. but kill the jungler, you ain't gonna get the steal.
So he goes for the hero play. In the end, it does not play off because the CIS just cool, calm and collected, stop damage.
Yeah.
Still 2,000 left. You're not going to do that yourself, Crystal. They turn around and kill
They
it.
just turned it on the Rek'Sai instead.
It's really good to see how quick and clear the communication was. It is fairly obvious in a 3v1 at the Baron, but we've seen so many teams make those mistakes when under pressure. And as soon as Crystal's dropped, CIS, 10,000 gold, Baron, 17 more kills.
Yeah, cannot stress that enough. Yeah, they're just 100% controlling every aspect of the map because they know that nothing belongs to the Turkish team anymore. And this is what they need to try and replicate. The strong winning lanes as Smurf going to pick up another kill.
Wow!
What was that Shen burst?
So they need to try and replicate the strong winning lanes and the Elise jungle.
Are we not gonna...
Well, that makes life a lot more difficult.
Atlas, he's 6 levels and has a Trinity Force.
Yeah,
it's
but
okay.
Still, it's a Shen. I'm not used to seeing him do damage at all.
And for the Turkish team, because they go to red side next game, they have to ban Elise or risk it being first picked away by Dimashke and CIS. And you know, there's so much to play for. Yes, CIS, they are going to LA, right? That's guaranteed. But now they want to go to LA with the #1 1v1 player and having the best 5v5 team.
Well, they're certainly showing it right now as Lex just jumps into a wave. The culling comes out. They're trying to hold them off as Holy Phoenix narrowly misses by that cocoon.
That looks like the old culling.
And they just don't have enough damage, do they, spawners? You go the Sand Soldiers. Demonko just needs some grey health. That explosion was disgusting as Lex just trying to Goombastomp his way around. May have gone too deep. Doldrin is going to get buster shotted away. Crystal now in trouble as well. The explosive shot doing work. Double kill now for the Tristana. This Nexus is in a bunch of trouble. Nexus turret's falling down. Bubble's going to land. Nicely played, Double Doge. That is going to be all she wrote as now the Nexus is going to fall. Empress Divide comes in. Naru can't do enough. And we are going to a game 4, ladies and gentlemen.
The CIS region hit back very hard. 26-minute victory. I think that's the quickest of the tournament.
Slower by about a minute and a half. We had one quicker game in around 24 minutes, but it was not as clean or as coordinated as this victory. Because Dimashke got the lanes ahead,